yeah, I think it's just important just to take a win. Like I think there's a big misconception in the whole FX community about taking a win. Like you feel so much better just taking a win, no matter how big or how small. The challenge psychologically for yourself is because you sit on social media all day and you look at everybody else and you wonder what's wrong with yourself. There's nothing wrong with yourself. That's the problem. Like you're not understanding that there isn't anything wrong with what you're doing. You have a perception that what you're doing is incorrect, and that limits you to your full potential. It doesn't mean that you should be obtuse to certain rules or certain ideas with FX, but looking at somebody and saying, well, how come they're more profitable than I am, or how come they were able to hold a trade and I couldn't, just pushes you down a dark hole that you don't need to be in. The whole idea of like how long did it take you to become profitable? How many trades do you do in a day? Those kind of questions are based all on your comfort, on who you are as a person. It has nothing to do with what I say or what Raja says or anybody's. And I think once you start to release yourself from the notion of, oh, like I heard Ted talk about this the other day, and I'm doing it the wrong way. No, you're not doing it the wrong way. A lot of things that I speak about help the majority form a idea on how to trade. It's when you start making it your own, that's where you start dissecting ideas and saying, hey, this doesn't work for me, but this works for me. And it's just repetition after that. So if you can break out of this mold of I didn't hold a trade long enough, or I didn't make enough profit, or I didn't do this right, instead of saying these are the things that I did correctly, right? Focus on the positives, not on the negatives. If you're going to turn around and beat yourself up because you made $10 instead of 12, that's absolutely ludicrous. You shouldn't do that. You should be like, okay, well, I made $10 today. That was $10 more than I had when I started the day. It doesn't mean that you can't set goals. But if you're not earning 1% consistently, don't set yourself a 5% goal, because every time that you try and trade, you're going to be looking at that 5% goal, and technically speaking, it's unattainable. What you should be doing is when you're consistent, you should be looking at the results that you have consistently and then basing a goal off of that. So if I'm only able to get 1/4% or 0.5% a day, that should be my target. And as I get comfortable, I will start exceeding that goal. Maybe I'll get 1% in one day or 2% in one day, and then I can slowly start stretching myself out. But to say, oh, I have to do 10% this month when you've never done 10% in your life makes absolutely no sense. There's a fine line between goal setting and just making up numbers to make yourself feel better, like you're progressing. It's similar when you go to the gym. You can't say to yourself, I'm going to have a goal to bench 300 pounds in the next 6 months. If you're starting off as a beginner, it's too lofty of a goal. Get to 100 pounds, get to 150 pounds, and then reevaluate at that point. Start giving yourself an opportunity to win. Start with positive progress, and then worry about all the other factors first. And for the love of Christ, don't compare yourself to other people. Like, turn off social media. You really have to. If that's the one piece of advice I can give to anybody, is turn off social media. There's so much crap on there. It's not even funny anymore. Like, it's getting ridiculous. I feel like it's just it's like a flea market. And literally, you walk down every IG alley and somebody's selling you something under the sun that doesn't make any sense. But to Yahoos.
It's a bazaar.
It is, honestly. Like, that's why I don't even participate in it anymore. It's not even worth it. The stupidity that goes on there, and people like doing this and this account challenge, this funding challenge, this all a waste of time. If you're going to trade, learn how to trade, take your own capital, build it, take a couple of years, build your capital, and you will go miles further than you will try to chase these funding dreams, these account challenges, all this other stuff. Think of it logically. Compounding money, it's slow in the beginning, but then once you hit $10,000, $20,000 accounts, it speeds up very fast, and it'll be faster than what you can think of. It's just you have to grind the small amount out first, so you get a basis on who you are as a person, as a trader, so that you can progress. Otherwise, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. And I can speak from experience. I can speak by talking to thousands of other people. I guarantee you, there's probably 5% or 10% of people that have done funding account challenges that have actually profited or taken money out. The rest of them are just burning through accounts and spending money needlessly. 500 here, 300 there, 1,000 here, whatever the number is. Focus on just the long-term vision. You've got umpteen number of years to become profitable trading. It doesn't have to happen in 6 months.